Okay, I guess I'm recording now. Hey, giant red spot. Fantastic letter. Thank you. I enjoyed the pictures and all the history you sent in that from all the way from Canada. Let's see. Canada Post. The Post. So I was reading it. Dr. Judy Wood and we went traveling. We give lecture tours in the United States. She stayed with me in Vancouver. Got nice pictures of her, where the towers go and all this cool stuff and information and science. And very interesting lady and very intelligent and quite wonderful personality. We had fun. Let's just put it that way. I mean, how far did we go? We went to Portland to Seattle, Portland, down into over to Mount St. Helens, down here to the Redwoods. We stayed at Ken Shoulder's place overnight and visited other folks along the way. Saw her hometown, in the Olympia Peninsula, and we stayed in the Bates Motel, as it's called. It was a motel, regular looking motel, and nobody was in it. Only the lady was in it who owned the whole thing, and I think it was on a holiday or something, and the police helped out by calling this person and saying make a room available for these people. So we stayed there. It's like odd going into it. Something out of the X-Files. It was a room that was checking. It looks like it hasn't been nobody in there for decades. All in all, it was fairly clean. The doctor would call it the Bates Hotel. Then we got a ferry from, I forget the name of the town, over to Victoria. And went back to Vancouver. We had a lot of fun. So, questions? You have questions about things I regret leaving behind when I moved? Oh, good heavens, yes. Some Navy ship stuff. Telegraph and a bell and other pieces. And also my 90 millimeter anti-aircraft gun traverse and elevation mechanism, which I took off the cannon I got from Amex Salvage for $200. Anyway, I don't want to think about it. It's kind of depressing. Anyway, so that's gadgetry. Are you familiar with the work of Victor Schauberger is a hero in Austria? I studied all this stuff. And Grandeur Water Systems up in Vancouver, Canada, based on his principles. Big company gave in a gas the lady at the time a free unit. Awesome place. Okay, Tesla water. Let's see. Known as the water. Yep. An Englishman, John Searle. Now he's a fraud. I'm sorry to say. He's done a lot of bad things. I think he's dead now, but anyway. Have you heard of the early? The fall. Do you know about the incredible case of Billy Meyer? Yep, I think Yin covered that in our movie. Let's see, Swiss farmer, human from the planet. Yep. Oh yeah. Can it 8-inch done? Oh, pentode powered beam or some type of tube powered electric discharge. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I have those things. There's a YouTube channel called Glassender who makes his own tubes, vacuum tubes. I used a lot of tubes. I got them off the Navy ships. Plasma discharge tubes. They put out a plasma ball and burn. They actually get burnt by it, but it causes discharge and wrecks certain things around it. I got a video of it. I think I filmed it off the black and white TV. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere. This is an awesome letter. YouTube video links. Okay, Billy Myers. Okay, he's in this film. I wonder if it's the same film. We'll check that out. John, no, we won't go there. Victor Schauberger. Yes, he's good. Many hours of classic items. Lots more. There's tons to watch. I was watching last night the USS Enterprise, fictional, the size of it, as well as Voyager. One of the set designers I know and met in Los Angeles was Herman Zimmerman for Star Trek. We were guests of Star Trek. 1997. Herman allowed us, me anyway, 5 photos. You weren't allowed to take photos in there. But he allowed it. I stayed with his lady friend Linda McLean. There was Gene Manning was with us. Ian Gass and myself, of course, Ken Yuri. Then the whole group consists of Ken Shoulders, Henry Dakin, Larry King from CNN, Dr. Elizabeth Rauscher, who was interacting with Larry King. Oh, that was an amazing time. And the NASA people showed me how the little Mars rover worked. It showed me photographs. They couldn't give me the photographs, but gave me the in-house newsletter, which I have a copy of it. A lot happened back then. That's where I met Alfred von Liechtenstein and other folks. Let's see what else. This is nice. I like this. Picture of his brother and himself. It's kind of cool. Yeah. In the Sitka Beach, yeah, I did some wild things there. I've been to Bandon, Oregon, and my parents used to vacation on the Oregon coast, so I was Bandon by the sea and Cannon Beach. Then I wound up living at the Sitka Beach, Gold Beach. These are great photographs of things here. Yeah, you can do that with water and sea. That's a really cool experiment. That's cool. That's a good one. Water growing expert. Wow. This is achieved by. You're doing some of Schauberger's work here. Oh, wow. So did I read this? Yeah. I love it. I don't know if, if you want me to talk about this, but that you're doing awesome work. Magnetic fields of ancient seawater. Brilliant, brilliant. You're really into this. Using vintage old limestone. That is so cool. Lots of cool pictures, and you got some vacuum tubes here. This is cool. Excelsior bass amp. Wow, good stuff. I used to use what? No, let's see what was it. An old Crown amp from 1972, model 600, grounded bridge type. It was used by the Navy for sonar transducers, and I used it with my barium titanate experiments, and that's how I got the levitation effects on demand and other effects with that. Always goes back to my mind here when Scully of X-Files Uh, Caroline Allart, actress lady, does the stunts for Scully. And I were playing with that stuff for hours, and it put out quite a force field and affected her business card. We tried to pick it up, but couldn't pick it up because it put out such a field it slipped out her hand. And yeah, this is, I think this is, or somebody took this picture, many people took pictures of the old balcony. These are all countermeasures, antenna off the warships, anti-aircraft gun. Yeah. 727 Fifth Avenue, New West Pittsburgh, British Columbia. Check it out. And now this is what it looks like. The tree is a little fatter. Got a few more rings on, I'm sure. Yeah, same old place, huh? I wonder if Boris and Magna are still managers of that. Wow, Ash Street, yeah. The Millennium House they used was on a few houses away from this complex. So when I was going down to the Navy ships, I always ran into the film people. They filmed all kinds of stuff up in Canada. Not unusual to run into Viper. And one time on the dock, somebody comes rolling up in a tank. I was doing a film shoot. How you doing? Wes Roots, the project manager of the Artificial Reef Society of British Columbia. I was standing there, so that's kind of neat. And they were doing some kind of stuff. And they do Viper, and I got to be on the set, or in the studios of Stargate SG-1. Got to meet some of the people there, and Shirley Ingram, who I met before, 21 Jump Street, and MacGyver. She rented one of my Canons, two of my Canons, sorry. So I got the receipt somewhere for the show. Then years later, and I was in Germany, and I came back, and in the 90s, and in 2000, met Shirley again, who recognized some of the X-Files props, not props of parts of the ship that she painted, or her crew painted. Shirley Ingram. I wonder how she's doing. Anyway, back to the Laura, 3D modeling and design. I look like a devil, don't I? Yeah, she took me there with some of the crew from Stargate SG-1. I got to see that. We used to hang out at Paul Pincott's Can-Am Imports. That was an interesting place. They had a lot of the props for all those shows, X-Files and Stargate SG-1. So anyways, got to hang around with those guys for a day, and Laura took all the pictures of it. I got the pictures up on the internet somewhere. That was a lot of fun. Oh, how long ago was that? Over 12 years ago, I think. It's called Bridge Studios. Anyway, I had a lot of fun that day. Ooh, yeah, I've seen some of the government exhibits on 9/11. Not pretty. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on these days. What I recently heard about something they're doing with beamed energy, and I'd get emails from Iraq from some unknown people. I would say this is happening in Iraq, where they take a beam and melt a whole bus down. I don't know, it's so much disinfo and real info. And there was a mystery man called James W. Black. I worked with George Hathaway. He sent me these huge emails with hundreds of contacts on each email, and it was he's going into some legal thing, and then all of a sudden that was going on for a while, and he even called me and talked, and I asked George Hathaway about it. He said he was a manic depressive, but anyway, his emails were saved by somebody, PPI or something, investigations. It's on the internet somewhere. All those emails. Can't remember the fellow's name, but that's okay. Well, that's a real cool letter. This is a real treasure. This one. And it goes into my unique files. Thanks very kindly. I really appreciate that. Gets me going on talking a little more about things and focus. So yeah, a nice picture of you two guys here too, as well. You look like, you know what, okay, you kind of look like a Romulan. I don't know why, but, and your brother, he could be a Romulan too. Lincoln City. There's a cloud form. Maybe you guys got some magic. I hope you don't mind me reading your letter on no names. No, I'm not mentioning names here, but it's awesome pictures, I'm telling you, that's for sure. Really appreciate it. It made my day. And I did share the letter with Nancy. So that's a treasure. A treasure. So myself today is still organizing. Till my paws are dirty. Well, gotta go wash up and get ready to go for dinner with Sir Charles and Nancy. So unfortunately, you guys out there, the Ravens, that is, I'd take you in a heartbeat. Come along and I'd throw out all the food out the street. Did that with a garbage can. I'm just, oh well, and they had a field day. It was somewhere else here. But they make their rounds. They come around, check. Oh, does that long-haired crazy person put out food today? And one was talking quite a bit, and that up in the tree, wondering what happened. So I put out some seeds back up, bird seeds. So hopefully that made him happy. He was all fluffed up, or she was all fluffed up too, and going. And I love doing that, or acting like a foghorn, or they talk like, and make all kinds of weird little sounds. When I'm sitting outside, I hear all the silent sounds and other cool sounds they make. Really, really cool animals. And the squirrels come and play with the ravens. They have fun together. Even a cat comes around once in a while. It's like they all know each other and have fun. At the restaurant, I call it the Fly and Drop Restaurant, or Drop and Fly Restaurant. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get dressed up like Carla. This is what I want to do in the summer, spring or summer. I dressed up as Carla as a waitress. Put a actual table out there, and put all kinds of fish and good stuff. And film it. I'll stick iPad somewhere where they don't spot it. They don't like being filmed. I guess you call me their manager. I usually upload them if I don't say anything too much. I'll upload those videos, YouTube for kids. I think kids love that stuff. Well, that's what I do. I let the iPad just run and record like I'm doing here. It picks up Krabby the Raven. You can recognize that one. It's always screaming and yelling and looking like a grandma with her hands in her pocket saying, "You can't move here." Got pictures of her doing that. I'm sure it's a her. It's fun when you edit, you can actually look at each picture and take a screenshot of them. Oh. Anyway, I better go and get cleaned up. Nice talking.